So, hi everyone. This is our meeting, and this is our meeting for the aromatherapy groups that we've been doing. Right now, I just hid my notification. Sorry about that. I'm recording my screen share, and on the nights when I don't have any participants joining in with me, are the nights that I go over the website post that I did so that, well, it's just the right thing to do. But anyway, tonight I don't seem to have any participants, anyone joining us. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the posts that I did. I want to talk a little bit about um, why, why I posted about this topic, because it really wasn't a part of the repertoire that I had been working from at all, really. This is in part some work that I had done years ago, some reporting on adrenal support and actually its connection with Parkinson's disease and the connections that have been found there. I'm gonna see if I can put different glasses on. Um, when I started going through this week's topics, I ran across that information again and read a couple of more things that made it so relevant to what we're doing. And I think part of what opened that door for me was realizing that the adrenals are directly um, supported by the limbic system. And the limbic system is really responsible for, get this, for the most part, memories, feelings, emotions, things along those lines. It helps to regulate electrical impulses for sending messages, and messages, of course, release chemicals, and our body uh, systems function on these chemicals. So I found that that when we affect our emotion or our mood by way of the limbic system, which is using aromatherapy. Oh my, hi kitty. You've got to get down. Um, he does not understand meetings, you guys, and he's really, really, really stubborn. I forgot where I was at. When I found the connection between the adrenals and the limbic system and the essential oils that we use, I realized a really important thing about the whole scenario, and that scenario being focus, the effect that when we get focus, the effect that new sense, that new opening and understanding or whatever it is, lends to motivation. And we know this when we're interested in something, and when there's something we really want to do, there's quite a bit of motivation to get it done for most of us. And a lot of times that's could be intrinsic, but a lot of times it's extrinsic reasons for why we're getting it done. But either way, when we do get to that place where we want to finally feeling motivated to get it done, don't you just hate it when the brain fog comes on and you can't keep your eyes open and all you want to do is lay down and go to sleep? You can't think anymore. You're almost dizzy, right? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. It doesn't do a lot of good to motivate if we don't have the energy, or I should say, we might even have the stores of energy within us, but the adrenals aren't being supported enough so that they're actually sending out the message to physically get up and move. No, the message to get up and move is there. There's not enough energy, I guess. The energy is there too, and I don't know what I'm missing, where the connection is. But without supporting the way that the message gets to the adrenals, and they carry a little bit more extra support than just, focus and motivation, which is why I added some extra support in here for our adrenals. That's why I've titled it Focus, Motivation, and Adrenal Support, because they all go hand in hand. So I pretty much told you here, that we've been learning about this stuff, and it just made more sense when I ran across that. The brain also, as much as we want to support the adrenals, the brain is important to support as well, because just as the adrenals facilitate sending the message when the motivation is there to actually to release energy to get up and do it, the brain, if it's not supported, isn't sending out the right messages. And I'm not exactly sure what that is, but also it's not sending out messages. We've got that brain fog. We can't think. So a part of focusing on focus, part of the focus on focus is supporting the brain. So whenever, let's see, we've got the essential oils that we've talked about for supporting focus. So whenever you want to support focus, another way, food is where you want to go, what you want to eat. That is also going to have the effect on the area of the adrenals. And I'm still working and hammering this out. I'm self-taught. It's like I tell you guys in the About Me and on a lot of my blogs, I'm most of you. I don't have education. The training that I have is 5 children, raising them as natural as possible. That's my training. That's some good training, and that gives us a broader skill set than most individuals, if you think about it. And while we're not a profession of none, we're skilled at many. So my point with that is, if I can do it, so can you. Believe me, I have struggled with a lot of different areas of our health, including that spiritual area, where I understand, and as many of you do, when our energy, our frequency is low and we're depressed and we're not putting out that same kind of energy, we're not functioning at our best. And so, just like the rest of you, I'm at that place also where I need this, and there's so much more that we need. This to me is the beginning of quite a few topics on healing. One of these next topics I've got sitting in my pocket waiting to get out here is a series on detox, heavy metal detox. And that's a big connection, a big part of supporting the brain right there, a big brain fog connection. And if you don't think we're inundated with heavy metals in our daily society today, think again. They're everywhere, injected in all kinds of ways. Injected into our society, that is. Anyway. So in the last couple of posts, we're talking about focus and motivation with aromatherapy. In this post, I want to talk about supporting the same focus and motivation through other means. Let me show you this picture right here. Promote focus and motivation by combining the essential oils that we've been talking about with other helpful practices like exercise, eating healthy, and the right kind of rest. All of those things are so important to rest. And can't remember if I put the links down here or not. I didn't put the links here, but in the book that I'll be showing you that I did put together, I do have all of the links. I may update this with all of the sources that I used to gather this information. but it is in the book that I'm going to be going through here shortly too. So, not to get ahead of myself. And now for the diet. Yep, that's right, the diet. We have to. I wouldn't say. I hate to use the word diet. Everybody has, there's such a low frequency on that word, but we do have to alter our eating habits. Period. We have to stop eating the way they feed us and start eating the way. Actually, we need to target eat. I hate to say it, but even the foods that you buy, mostly the foods that you buy at any store, and I don't care if they're fresh or organic, are all coming with their level of toxins. And the only real way to get all the toxins out is literally to grow your own food. Ones on legs and ones that just grow up out of the dirt. Any way that you can. If you're living in the city, I want to hear no excuses. You've got growing options. And I don't care how small your area is. I live in a 24/8 space. And I grow my own foods. Not all of them. I still buy some at the store. There are limits to what you can do, but honestly, microgreens. I believe if right here, I don't have it up yet, but I believe if you go here to shopping, you're going to find a bar up at the top, dismiss it at the end, and then up to shopping here. You're going to want to go to time and subscription. I gotta change this too. You're gonna want to go to the Can So Grow one time and subscription orders here. No, maybe not. No, just go to the shopping. I'm not gonna go now because I've got a really slow internet. Well, relatively slow for my taste, but so anyway, you're gonna want to go there. You know what? Why not? Let's just do it. See how really slow it is. So here we are. Welcome to my happy place. You're going to want to look around, see what you could see. I am all confused on categories. Blows my mind. I just don't know how to do it. I'm thinking maybe grow systems. Meh. These are what you're going to want to grow your microgreens in if you want to have them on a type of a set it and forget it deal. Definitely going to want to look at grow kits and grow systems. Gardening, perhaps. Let's see, maybe not. I wish I could remember. Oh, hey, look. Well, it's still systems, but here's the deal. You can get yourself a system if you want, or go up to here to the shopping, Can So Grow, and get a kit. And here, this is still a little bit confusing on this because I'm still working out my details on how I am going to sell these. So it is a little bit confusing, and I do have to go over this because I did get the math wrong. So the math on here, don't listen to. I think it comes to me, and then I put together an invoice for you. I'm not sure. So here you would put your name, your email, your phone number. There's a place here for special instructions. And what you're going to want to do is you're either going to want to grow system, or you're going to want an eco box. If you just want seeds, you're going to want to go over here to the corner where the hamburger menu is, drop it down, and you'll see basic seeds. You click on that and you can find plain seeds, one type seeds. You can get that kit right there. You can pretty much go anywhere and get your seeds if you just want to get your own. Otherwise, let's see, I'd like a grow system, basic level, cost prices system only. So the system, the dollar here, $8, $7, $8, $9, $8, that's the cost of just the microgreen growing system itself, the basic level cost. Which level do you want it at? So I will actually prepare it to a level for you, and you choose which level. I'm not going to go through too much of this because I really want to get on with with tonight's presentation. System only, basic level, no seeds. You've got a grower level kit, which is add $5 to the basic level cost. Seeds are included. Planted level, you've got your started level, which is add $5 to grower level cost, and then you add 5 to your planted level cost. So it does go up from there. It looks like I might have fixed this one. And then you've got your what crop type that you would like me to supply for you in your system or start to grow for you. And the start to grow, that's going to be local, you guys. You're not going to want to order these where I have to mail it to you. That'll be for the boxes or just the kit with the seed. So I've got dun pea, southern curled mustard greens, wheatgrass, radish, basic, salad mix, kale, beets, romaine lettuce. I've got a couple more, but I haven't got them up yet. And then what crop type I'd like you, oh, that is the crop type. I need to be ready by, so let me know the date that you need to be ready by, and understand different seeds take different lengths of time to germinate and to sprout. And also there's a difference between sprouts and microgreens. Microgreens actually have the first little, not the first 2 green sprouts that are leaves that come out, but the 2 after the first 2. I forget what they're called. They have more of the defined shape. The first 2 that come out are just like the basic baby ones that get everything started. So here's your special instructions or a note, and then you'll send me the your order there. Now, if I can get back to the page we were at. Okay, so back to focus, motivation, and adrenal support. Here you can join our group discussions, which is where I'm at right now. If we had someone joining us, you see my screen, then that would be you. So, and that would be nights that people join. I don't record like this. I do this at a different time. So a quick recap of last week. The aromas to support better focus and aromas to support better motivation. Click on these. Again, they bring up to a light box so that you can jot these down. Motivation, you've got some black pepper, frankincense, bergamot, Douglas fir. You can figure out ratios by counting the drops. And now we go for the diet. Now, the first thing I want to do is, these are the things you should avoid. Refined sugars, refined foods, processed foods, white foods, soda, caffeine, alcohol, artificial sweeteners, gluten, nitrates, soy for some of you. For all of us, they're inflammatory foods. Most of your soys are GMO, and GMOs are just not our friends. Monosodium glutamate, not our friends. Artificial food coloring, etc. You want to avoid high sugar fruits and drinks with drink lots of waters to balance things out. You want to avoid fruits like papaya, mango, plum, pears, etc. You want to, a lot of times people get cravings for salt. Cravings for salt, and you want to try to avoid table salt, okay? That's one of the things that you definitely want to try to avoid. You want to replace it with some type of a Himalayan pink salt or a black salt. And black salt is good. It gives the most distinct flavor to foods when you add it. It smells to high heaven when you smell it before you've cooked it. It smells like farts. I'll be honest. It's got that sulfur smell. But the flavor that adds to the food, it's so good. And there's a different set of minerals in the black salt as opposed to the pink salt. Avoid nightshades. A lot of these are also associated with inflammatory foods. But nightshades would be your potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant because they can cause joint pain in some people who are prone to inflammation, and that's That's in here because inflammation also affects our focus also. So I put everything that's going to affect focus and motivation, mainly focus, because our good focus becomes our motivation. And then that motivation, hopefully when the adrenals are doing their job, releases that energy that we have, assuming we've got some stored up, because I know people who do everything right and they're still not getting energy. They're eating all the right food and they're still having issues. And all I can see that being is that what I just discussed. So let's go to diet here really quick. I have a little accordion deal here. We've got diet, exercise and rest, emotions, and adrenals. Here is where you're going to find your support. I might have to fix that and update it and put a headline here. Anyway, looking at the diet, here is what we want. This is the important information. This is what I want you guys to have. This is where all these different foods that support focus. You see, these are foods to support focus, and then some good foods for motivation. And they're a little bit different. Some of them are the same, but not everybody needs focus. Some of you guys just need the motivation part, which I think is got the connection with the adrenals. And I think that's where, some of us, I don't know, maybe that's where, we're lacking, but spiritual stuff has so much to do with it. Honestly, we can definitely affect and alter the moods of ourselves and others around us based on smells. But you also need to keep in mind and really, really remember, for those of us that are in situations where our whole surroundings are low frequency energy, that's a problem. And that's supporting that's spiritual activity on a different level. This is the stuff that you would, if you were with a good Bible scholar who knew his Hebrew well and understood how to, break down the words and whatnot, you're going to find a lot of that in the Bible. Without that, you're not going to find very much of it, because the Bible is, I find, is the deepest, most psychological writing that's easy for you and me to understand. We don't have to go to 4 years of college or 8 years of college or however many to understand what the Torah teaches us, which is why I love God's word so much. It's all there. Everything in science, everything in psychology, it's all there. All we have to do is learn how to read it. That's something else I do too. Just starting to put back into my repertoire is the Hebrew learning that I'm doing, and I'm just sharing it because, again, I'm no scholar in anything. I'm self-taught. I don't have the time. I don't have the money to go back to school. I'm like most of you out there. I do not have a laundry list of all of my accomplishments. However, I have a laundry list of skills that I have learned over the years of being a mother of 5 and oh so much more. Okay. That was a mouthful. So I'm going to, I want to touch on xenoestrogens. Really important that we understand what xenoestrogen is. I'm not going to try to tell you here other than click on these two and understand what a xenoestrogen is. And let's see, no, what the xeno is this link, and the xenos that you will find in essential oils and other things on this link. This is a PDF and this is a blog post, I believe. Yeah. So then we go on to some focus and some motivate foods. And then we're going to look here at exercise and rest and some things that you can do to support. Exercise releases certain, I don't want to say, I think it's endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, along those lines, right? And then for rest, we've got to get enough sleep. It's really important. This is brain stuff. And Oh, here it says exercise can help elevate and improve mood by giving us a better outlook. Oh, that wasn't it. So anyway, there's the deal about sleep. It helps us, our body, to recover. And then I really wanted to highlight magnesium, used in thousands of processes within our body. Today, 90% of the population is terribly low in it. It plays a part in the formation and function of hundreds of enzymes. Magnesium is important to muscles, sleep, and controlling the release of stress hormones. And that, again, also is the area of your adrenals. So all of these areas support one another. They're all connected. And I figure, if we're going to look at one aspect of focus and motivation, as I was going through all of my things that I do, I realized I'm really shortchanging all of you when I don't address several different areas. And as the structure of my sharing develops, and it is in the developing stages. Again, I didn't go to school for any of this. Every single last little tiny thing you see here has been utterly and completely self-taught, and in a critical state of disability. And so when you see and you think that I'm well and I'm fine, I'm not. I manage most everything that I do in very short periods of time, and I manage the rest of my time so that the time that I do get to spend developing these things, and believe me, it's not a lot. This has been over years and years of developing, 6, 7, 8 years. So I'm very far behind, to be honest. But my point is, everything that I go through with you all and share with you are experiences that I've already been through at some point in those 6 to 8 years. And most of these things that I go through, old posts, paperwork, whatnot, they're things that I've already developed and put together. Like the book that I'm going to be showing you is years old. I developed it years ago for one thing. And as I began to, learn of other areas that needed support, I adapted these support guides that I made for myself to be adaptable to other areas of focus or other areas of support that I needed personally. And so everything that you'll be seeing coming out of this has something to do with the experiences that I've had that in my life that have allowed me to continue to bring these things to you. And again, I've stated in numerous different places, this is where I make and earn my living. And I do appreciate every click that that any of you viewers are able to afford me. Any affiliate links that you link on, any purchases that you make, I'm extremely grateful. My hope someday is to earn my way off of, earn my way into a better living, and in spite of these struggles that I have. But again, these different ways of living, they're what's kept me going, up, active, able, and honestly, thinking. Everything you see in here is an accumulation of thought. All of that from all of what you're seeing here, all of these years. Do I still get overrun by lack of focus and motivation? Haha, like you would not believe. But again, like I love this, you guys. Thinker. Oh, I can cram it. I can crank out some stuff, a lot of stuff, in a very short period of time. I rub the thinker on, and then I have a special oil concoction that I use for the pain that I get in different areas. Again, that's a lot. I've got more numb spots, struggle with loss of function on the entire left side. But this stuff is my own concoction. It's called pain. That's just how I mark what bottle this is for. But it's a roller. It's got 5 drops of 5 essential oils and then 2 drops each of 3 other types of oils. It smells really good. It's got wintergreen. Oh, I love wintergreen. It's got some lemongrass. It's got some tree saps and some lavender. And I just, I rub it there and on my all the other areas that stress out. Totally makes all the difference for getting through at least the work that I need to get done. I can't guarantee that it'll get you through a whole day. It doesn't get me through an 8-hour day repeatedly, but that's not you. And if it is you, then at least you can get as much from these natural remedies as I get. So now I want to go on to emotions. One of the biggest releases for focus and motivation is reducing our stress. So take some time and let some of your stress go. Here is where you want to get out your diffuser and diffuse some essential oils throughout your day. That's what I do. It's going off right now. Yes, my thinker does great, but for balance, because sometimes I can, I don't even know. On the thinking, and when I get to thinking, I can actually get more than one project going at a time. The balance helps to balance that out. So maybe I'm not, got 3 or 4 projects at once, because at the end, when you need to reshot yourself with some think before you know you need to, it's confusion coming up. You start losing your place where you're at in all these different projects. So the balance is really important. Anyway, just FYI. And consider also for, here's a neat little study, also link right here, about lavender essential oil and decreasing cortisol levels. That's good news. That's good news for the adrenals, guys. Again, adrenal support, and we're talking lavender. Now, I want to tell you, this is what I tell everyone. Essential oils work at a therapeutic level, in a therapeutic way, when the chemical constituents in that oil that was made are at therapeutic levels. I only know of one company that actually guarantees that the levels of constituents in their oils are at therapeutic levels. That's the company that I work with. As far as any other company, and we're talking about Walmart and Rite Aid too, the only standard nationally and worldwide that I know of is the FDA, and they say 1 drop in any amount of oil is pure. They'll consider it pure. There's absolutely no therapy whatsoever, hardly any aroma. So I want you to know that the level of the constituents and the quality of the oils that you guys buy is going to determine how well, or it's going to determine the level of effectiveness for the individual also. So just adding that to it, and also consider calcium, vitamin A, and vitamin C. These elements help our body heal, recover, and get back to normal. You got them in dark greens and things like carrots, broccoli, kale, parsley, oranges, turnips, turnip greens, and asparagus. So now we get to the adrenals. To support your adrenals, you're going to want to add potassium-rich foods. The adrenal glands produce aldosterone. This helps control mineral balance in the body. That's why it's important to have potassium. Protein. You need good, clean, healthy proteins to rebuild enzymes. These are your plant-based protein sources. Avoid animal proteins because these actually tend to put more stress on your adrenal glands and kidneys. Instead, opt for seeds, nuts, whole grains, hemp, chia, avocado, legumes, and lentils. Even deep sea fishes are good sources of good, clean proteins. And then whole grains. Avoid processed grains and frankly, anything made with sugar or white flour. You want to stick with your complex carbs. Um, they come paired with fiber. This will increase the energy on a slow scale and spread it throughout your day so that you have what we refer to as stamina. Keeps you up and you get less tired. Some of these whole grains include brown rice, wild rice, barley, oats, quinoa. You can even make yourself a morning smoothie to carry you throughout your workday. Got some really good smoothie recipes. I'll have to dig that ebook up. Anyway, a deeper look into adrenal support. Oh, let's see. So the book that I'll be bringing up and showing you guys, I'll have it for sale here on the website. I think I'll have a coupon code for you guys too. I'll have to try to remember all this. Right? 7 ways to combat adrenal fatigue. In the book, I have outlined what you're reading here, but I've also included a lot of their things here too. So you're going to find a lot of what they discuss here in the guide that I have developed. So again, for a comprehensive guide, see my this, and I don't have it up yet, so you can't see it, and it's not linked anyway. So, and again, join our discussion group tonight. It's easier to get your questions answered when you can ask. I don't know all the answers, but I know how to find them, and I have a lot of resources. So here we can, you can try your oils. If I have some essential oils, and you really want to try them, send me a message here. There's a cost for them. These are the blends that I have access to now. Send me a message if there's singles or if there's a blend that's not listed that I may be able to get a hold of. You're going to want to agree to my terms of use. And then if you just know what you want and you're ready to purchase, click here. So what I want to do is move to I want to share really quick. This is www.peacefulplate.com. That peace is Peasful, peaceful. These are recipes entirely dedicated to calm, motivation, to emotional therapies. So I wanted to show you guys this. I really want you guys to go here and start to understand. Look at that, diet culture and oppression. In the case for whole plant foods is so important. The benefits of walnuts, how to eat plant-based on a budget. This is just really good. Yes, it is a lot of vegan, but you're going to find a lot of good foods. All you got to do is add a chunk of chicken if you can't give up your meats. But I'll tell you, if you can give up the animal proteins for as long as possible, it's doing yourself good. This is the site where you will find me. Hello. You will find introduction videos to essential oils. You can shop here. You can become a member. The difference between shopping and becoming a member is 25% on retail costs. If you want to save 25% and also engage in up to, I think 3, but don't quote me, at least 2 earned free oil programs. This is what you want to do, is become a member. If you want to learn more about Essential Oils 101, click here. These are some DIY recipes for activities and crafts, and these are recipes for food, all using essential oils. You've got a product guide, Healing Hands, got the magazine, 2 magazines down there. And then, of course, if you need to contact me, you'll come over here to the left-hand corner on top and click Contact Me. And now for the creme de la creme, the I forget what it is, the best part. Let me see. Okay, so I've got magnesium-rich foods. I've got a list of potassium-rich foods. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this ladies, I'm sure I'm dealing mostly with is our, this is my Focus and Motivation Adrenal Support Comprehensive Guide. I still have some corrections and additions to make on it. It's not complete. This is a guide that I've put together. It's a comprehensive guide to support focus, motivation, and adrenals. And what you saw in the blog post and way more is listed in this guide. And I just want to show you, you've got the magnesium and the potassium. You've got a list of foods for focus and motivation. I've listed some extra foods, herbs, nutrients, and other things for adrenal support. I gotta show you this one. This is a lemon egg drink mix. You just gotta click it. You just gotta click it and go there and check that out. It's amazing. Lemon juice and whole egg shells, and then you drink it. It's good and it's wow. Anyway, some foods to avoid. I guess we went over most of that. I've got our list of aromatherapy, focus, and motivation, your uplifting oils, your calming oils. You've got your link to purchase oils, a little bit more about why aromatherapy is important. And this is my favorite part. This is your comprehensive focus, motivation, food list planner. You've got areas for vegetables, fruits, proteins, etc. You've got places here to list the food type, kind of food it is. You can list 3 areas here to list the category that you may find them in. They may be magnesium or potassium rich. They may be for focus or motivation. They may be for your adrenal support, and you can mark those right here. And you can check everything off right here. These are some meal plan recipes, but basically what I did is I give you instructions on how to actually use this guide. And that's once you get your list of all the foods together and you get out where you're going to, your plan here, you write down, okay, what you have or what you are going to get at the store, whichever the case may be. What you'll do to get meals, you'll take the foods that you do have and you'll input those into Google. So, say you might be finding it hard to come up with recipes. Google is a great part of it. So, finally realized one day that Google had plenty more resources than me, and I proceeded to input what ingredients I did have handy into the Google browser. It was the beginning of a wonderful relationship. I simply need to discover my tools and then search out the recipes that had all or most of them in it. My tools are my foods. So let's give it a try. You want to have salmon for dinner, but you only have broccoli, tomatoes, and some rice, right? So I searched recipe with salmon, broccoli, rice, and tomatoes. And this is what I got back. And way, way more again. It is not hard to find recipes. And you can click on all these in the digital format. But it's not hard to find, all these recipes to populate the weekly meal planner, which also comes in the guide. You can plan these 3 meals. You'll simply just print these things out, you guys. Print them out, front and back if you need to, multiple copies of one. But also you have the week here where you can list what you need to shop for that week. And so this is the guide. This is all of the most of the resources that I've used to compile the information. So that is what I have to share with you all today. I think that's it. Yes, that's it. The other area that I use, the other resources that I use, again, to compile what I'm doing here are the Essential Life books. I use this basic pocket book and I use the big book. In fact, that big book, if I were an idolater, that big book is gold, golden and gold. So I can't emphasize enough to pick yourself up a copy of that. And that is an affiliate link, and they are both, and I will I will earn a small commission. So I thank you in advance. And I believe that is it. I'm going to stop the share, and here I are again. So let me see. I think this is it. And that is what I had to share with you all tonight. And I hope to see you all later. My biggest desire in the world, for the world today, for all of you, is to know and understand the resources that we have available to help us navigate the crazy, insane world that we're in today. It is not easy. It is not easy. And everything seeks to distract us. So don't be hard on yourself. Get yourself a copy of the book when I get it up into the products page. All right. God bless you all, and have a good night.